Hey guys, welcome to Dark Souls Part 6. In the last part we witnessed my first death of the series, which kind of interesting, but it was unexpected because I got myself trapped. We'll see how this part goes, I guess. Right off the bat, we're going to go fight the two gargoyles on the top of the tower. I expect to die, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. This is not going as planned. So you guys know, backstabs give you an extra either 5% or 20%, I can't remember. It just gives you an extra percentage of souls, so that's why I try and go for them so often. Just kind of build up souls in the early game, even though it won't really be a problem. Right here, if we're careful and we survive this, we can get a Firekeeper soul, which we can use to upgrade our Estus. Just in case anyone was wondering, this is a semi-blind playthrough, so I haven't really been through the entire game, but I know some of the stuff and some of the challenges we'll be going through. I picked up the Uchi-Katana earlier in the game because Titanite Shard, nice. Because it does give you that bleed damage after consecutive hits that can be used to kill multiple enemies, and it's really good in PvP. So, dang it. Trying to roll out of the way of the elevator so we can actually just send this back to Firelink, but I guess I can show you where this goes to. It just sent us back to Firelink Shrine. I was trying to roll out of the way there so that I could just send it back to Firelink and open the shortcut, not have to go all the way down it. But this gives us a chance to use the Firekeeper soul, which it's right under the bonfire here where you go to do it. You'll see as I get there, just kind of walk down these stairs, talk the Firekeeper down here. She's actually mute. She doesn't talk. So now under the Estus Flask, you'll see we have Estus +1, and that just means it's upgraded, so we gain more health back when we use the Estus. But, yeah, no big change there. In either part 1 or 2, I can't remember, I showed you how to get around to some of the secret chests that those people beginning might not know about. So that gave us the Morning Star, which is a weapon I won't be using, but it has that bleed potential as well. That guy that was just standing there a second ago, he sells you miracles. I don't really use them throughout the game, so not really important to me. Can't remember where to get the Pyromancy Flame, but once we get that, we'll be using it. Alright, if you're not prepared for this stairwell, it's not going to be fun because you have this boulder right here, and then you'll see after, when we get to it, you have a room full of just hollows. Watch out when he does that attack right there. Kind of points his sword at you and walks around, because he will parry if you try to attack him, and that's no fun. It does a ton of damage. Take that time to Estus. The key to killing most of the enemies in this game is just kind of be patient, wait for your time to strike. Because if you rush too early with that, then you're gonna get hit. You're gonna take some damage. Because I know what's up ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a black firebomb in that. Try to draw the aggro and get them to come at me on my terms. I completely forgot about that sorcerer. This is not going to be fun. Luckily, I picked up a 100% block shield so that it takes all of physical damage, but I made a mistake there and had the firebomb equipped instead of the Estus. So you kind of see what happens if you're unprepared. But now that I remembered that that sorcerer's there, we're gonna take care of him relatively quick. Not much you have to do to get past him. All you have to do really is equip your bow, which I have a short bow and a crossbow. But here's the funny thing. Make sure you have arrows equipped here, because if you don't, your bow will not work. So just to make sure all of that is set beforehand. One of the tips I have for people, whether you've played Dark Souls or not, if you die, just stay calm. Because that ringing means that someone else in their game, someone on the online community, just rang the bell that we're going to try to. Anyway, yeah, when you die, just kind of remain calm, because if you don't, you'll want to rush back in there, grab your stuff real quick, and risk dying again, just really early, and it's gonna save you an unnecessary death if you're calm and collected. But I knew he was here. I completely forgot about him before. If you can hit him in the head with your arrows, go ahead and do it, because it staggers him and he can't attack you like he just attacked me. Kinda like that. Most enemies in the game, as I mentioned earlier, have a simple pattern that's really easy to memorize. But you see a phantom down there, that's just another person running around in their game doing whatever he was doing. It looked like he was fighting Baldur's there, but it's really interesting that they added that, in my opinion, because you can see what other people are doing on their games. But if you pay attention to his health, eventually you'll see the weak hits that I've been doing, and then you'll see a huge number, like 100 or 150. Something just weird for the weapon I'm using. And that's how you know you've inflicted bleed, because bleed does, I think, about 1/3 of your health instantly away. So it's kind of annoying. Where is it? I'm just gonna use a firebomb again so that I can make them. That was an alluring skull. Make them come to me on my terms instead of theirs. because as you saw before, there are a ton of them. And if in the group, like they are, they will kill you. Right now I'm just using my R2 attack because with katanas and thrusting weapons, when you do that, it sends you forward with a step and it thrusts their sword at them, making it easy for it to go through one enemy and kill another. I keep saving these consumable souls, that's what I've been picking up, because I save them for when I really need them. That's one of the things I've learned in my off-cam game, is that if you don't save them and you die, they're gone. You can't get them back, so it's easier to just save them for when you need them and then use them all at once. Alright, we're coming up on the gargoyles here, and hopefully I won't die. Either way, if I do beat them, or if I don't, I believe this is going to be the end of the video. We'll just kind of see how things go. So these are the gargoyles. If you get behind them and cut off their tail, you can get their gargoyle's axe, I believe, or tail axe. It's a pretty decent weapon. I haven't really used it, but I've seen other people use it. Normally at this point, I have the Drake sword, so I take them down a lot faster. But in this playthrough I didn't bother to get it because it takes the fun out of most fights, like this one. Because that sword does 200 damage base, but it doesn't scale at all. So once you get it, it's basically useless in the mid-game. Right now we're still in the early game, so... Alright, pretty soon there's going to be a second gargoyle that comes down. So, gotta be wary of him because I can't fight both at once. There he is. Throwing firebombs right now is pretty much my best bet because it's doing the most amount of damage to them. Ow. That hurt. Throw our last firebomb. I died. So yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this video, and I'll probably do a little bit of off-camera play to try and level up, and just get myself more equipped to fight these guys. But I think that's going to do it for the for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next part.